Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Last time, I actually sat back and reviewed some of my old videos, because they had problems, right? Some things were inaccurate to an extent, some parts of it were just bad to go back and look at. You know, we were learning some lessons and what not to do. Today, we're going to continue on that train. And in today's video, we're going to be covering these 4 games. PLA, yikes, Red and Blue, the video that I kind of wish I didn't make it when I did. Timing was bad. We're gonna talk about Pokemon Battle Revolution because, you know what, sure, it's in the way. And of course, let's go. A learning, a lesson, and a bit of a history dive. Let's get going. So, last time we left off, we were on a bit of a history lesson, alright? So, if anybody remembers the time that I uploaded this video, currently, or what I was going through last time I was going on about the timeline and whatnot, the BDSP video kind of went up a little bit in the algorithm. The channel kind of blew up. It doubled, tripled, quadrupled in size, whatever, right? The videos were getting views. This one right here, it did as well as it did because of the release time frame. It's a minor problem considering how the video actually would have done had it not have been getting all the boosts from the BDSP video, kicking off a chain reaction of the algorithm pushing my content previously. I don't think this is like one of the greatest videos ever. I wouldn't say this is one that's like horribly bad that I need to remake, but you know what? We'll see. We'll see some story time, if not some lessons that we'll see. Again, we got timestamps. That's good. Ever since the dawn of time, there's been the audio quality. It's a little louder. I like that, but it sounds a little rough. If you catch what I'm going at here, it just sounds a little not good. What is the worst Pokemon game of all time? You'd have no idea how much I just want to answer Heart Gold and Soul Silver to that question just because it'd be funny. I know it's not it, but I just want it because it's funny. But yeah, that's a good question, man. The fact Let's Go was even brought up in this this question at all is just being like, oh, hey, look, it's not the exact same. Let's just call it bad, lol. Come on, dude. Think. Pokemon Sword and Shield, and the games that we'll be discussing today being Pokemon Let's Sword and Shield. That is not even fair critiques of the game, though. That's just, oh, hey, they didn't have all the Pokemon in it. Lol, it's bad. I'm not going to accept any good positivity from this game at all, actually. You're not allowed to enjoy Sword and Shield because me, a person that's part of a hive mind on the internet, said, no, you can't. And instead, we also want Masuda to get fired and all this other bullshit. We don't like Game Freak or ILCA, dude. Nah, dude, fuck all of them. I don't see how these group of people exists. But the internet's a great way to find people who believe the exact same garbage that you do. So you can find hive minds extremely easily. Like, listen, if I wanted to find a group of people who like Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon the most, I could find them probably very easily. Like-minded individuals like myself. Listen. Oh, dude, this comment was funny. Listen, but the thumbnail says it's not that bad. I mentioned a comment specifically saying, he said it's not that bad, but then he proceeds to bash on it the entire game. But I was right, it wasn't that bad. One of my favorite comments, hold on, where is it, I'm pinning it. Where the fuck did this shit go? Totally Atopia, there's no way this guy's legit. Great comment. Alright, sorry, I just want to pin that real quick. It's a funny comment, alright? I had to make sure it's there. Anyways, section. I'm not saying that these are the greatest games ever. But yeah, some people have an idea of saying, oh, it's not. He's not saying it's bad. That means he thinks it's the greatest game ever. I don't see how people can jump to such irrational conclusions, but like, come on, man. I'm just saying it's not that bad. But people think it's like the worst game definitively. Also known as the 17th installment to the mainline series. Again, I have to specify which entry in the series it is. You don't have to specify it. Stop trying to sound like a nerd. Okay, though. Change for the sake of change is the most obnoxious shit I have ever seen in my life. Guys, let me tell you about this little game called Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I got this beautiful skill book of the game, right? Looking forward to it. Oh, it's gonna be the greatest thing ever. All they have to do is just make it like Black Ops 3, or 2, or 1, and the game's gonna be fucking phenomenal, if not groundbreaking, and like the most enjoyable shit of all time. But no, change for the sake of change. They fucked over the core gameplay mechanics so hard that the game became such a genuinely not thrilling experience. That game is just frustrating to look back on. Especially when this one just did so well! Yeah, say nostalgia, whatever. It did better for a reason. Best place to start would have to be the gameplay. Not starting with the story! Good fucking job! Since these games easily changed the most amount of gameplay related stuff in the entire series. PLA moments, motion controls, and of course, That right there is where I would nowadays just do a zoom in effect. Like, come on, man. But dude, whoever thought motion controls was should have been the only way to play the game, they made a mistake. They don't even work half the time. Awesome. Stunning, really. But again, another zoom in effect should have been there. Watch how fast this text is going to go away. Actually battle all of the wild encounters in the game. I may prove it wrong. Okay. The old wild encounter battle system. Again, I probably should have put some black screening behind it, just like halfway opaque. This is better than it was before. Better than what BDSP had in Sword and Shield for speed. Regardless, with the catching out of the way and the game's primary focus, let's take... Okay, I don't agree with putting a timer here at this point. Take a glance at the battles themselves. Because, like, look how fast away that went. It did not need to go away too fast. It could have stayed a little bit in this. You can read it more or anything. I don't know why I didn't talk about the timer here. It's a pretty important feature for these battles specifically, but, like, the size of this is just... Why? Why? The removal of a lot. Abilities. Yo! Pelipper moment! See, this is one of those cases of where I would go back and re-record the footage. Because this is just a still screenshot, right? It looks a little blurry because of that. Whereas you could have actually just had the golem just like, you know, moving. Again, I probably should have gone back and re-recorded some of that footage here. Items. So now there's not even a downside to choosing. Oh, dude, Megas should not have been in this game. They were not balanced well at all. I like it when people are like, hey, Megas are a good mechanic. Stop being a hater. Like, what the fuck ever. As we're going to go in depth with in the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon video eventually, it can be beneficial. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon's like the one game where Mega Evolution genuinely improved the gameplay. And again, that wasn't even the main story, so lol. Again, look, text is on screen longer. Good. Probably should have said, hey, that means you have no choices in selecting what kind of trade-offs you need to make yourself have Mega Evolution in the first place. Probably would be easier to word it something like that. It's a little too much text. One issue I had in this video was putting way too much text on screen. Obviously, I should have revised the script at least a few times. And this video came out very shortly after BDSP did. January 1st, huh? Well, that's pretty fun. The affection. Well, at least I got off on the right foot. But hold on! Just like how we later saw. This footage right here is funny. So you see this footage. The Eevee just got burned. And immediately afterwards, it's going to get unburned because this friendship mechanic's just fucking stupid. Fun story. It happened twice in a row. If I had played this, like had this gameplay before the BDSP video, it definitely would have been a much larger talking point in that video, but like, it's just hindsight. While on the overworld, it doesn't do anything really. Seriously, they can't even interact with wild Pokemon trainer or items. Which reminds me, the wild encounters in these... Okay, the lack of wild, like the interacting with the wild, I probably should have done cutaways for each of those. Obviously, I know why I didn't. Laziness, first off. Second off, I don't think I had any footage of a second player trying to interact with an item. And yeah, probably could have done that to make it look a little nicer. And the shiny Pokemon found in the... I love that transition to talking about shiny Pokemon just immediately. Just the frame it starts to get talked about, Machop spawns in. I found 2 shinies during this playthrough. I thought that was pretty fun. I don't think I actually got the Pokedex completed until after the game. I'm pretty sure both of them were without the shiny charm, which was pretty sick. Co-op play becomes more problematic than Mega Evolution or Dynamax could ever dream of. I hate Dynamax, so it's the most obnoxious mechanic and most broken one ever conceived. No. We got 2-player play, man. Turning any battle into a 2v1. Yes, you heard that right. 2 versus 1. First off, mic pop. Yikes. But also, the lack of a zoom in, the lack of fun. I really don't need numbers on screen. Not great job. Kinda lacking a little. But again, this is a lot better than what we've like reviewed previously. But should both players land their Pokeballs at the same time, I just love that Pokeballs. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's just a case of, hey, I edit this, right? I edit the fucking text. So like I'll be talking, you know, I'll be like on a certain like train of path, and it's just like I'm talking very fast, right? That wasn't edited. But I could edit it, and it's just gonna be like the most jarring transition between words and words, right? I could take like a 5-minute like break between a sentence, and it will come off very odd. Probably should try to avoid whatever the hell that was. Give more EXP? Well, for some reason, I suppose. Okay, so I just did a zoom in on the Sieger that Lance had, which gave like 800 something EXP. I did a zoom in for that EXP count. You know, probably should have stopped the footage or slowed it down like to a crawl. So it just sit there and be like, yeah, that's a small number. Didn't do a little zoom in here. Could have just paused it entirely. Would have helped here. Okay, just look at this gameplay. I was just... Oh man, I remember this is why I actually like want to record all the footage before starting the script, because it allows me to add stuff like this. As the ride-on. This was ridiculous. This, I don't know why, but just seeing such a large amount of EXP from level 41 was just so, like, it sent me into a little bit of a frenzy, man. We can have games like Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or whatever, just have like a shit tier level curve, and then you just see this, and it's bothersome. This is something that when I saw, I was just like, yep, that's getting added to the script, frame 1. And again, the reason you should probably actually play all the way through the game before getting to like the important parts of the script, right? But this is why I would advocate always doing all the footage first instead of starting the script. Oh yes, 1 hour for unoptimized levels. If you learn the EXP system, it could be far less. This was generous, by the way. The name Joy-Con drift was funny. Listen, the fact I could fit all that text in one box was just great. When I saw that, and I'm like, yeah. Reimaginings of Pokemon Yellow. So once again, we are back in Kanto, the best region ever conceived. So listen, I know that was satire, right? But my voice did not really raise. It's just like, hey, you can tell I'm putting more of an emphasis on this because the mic popped. Come on, man. Get it together a little. But unlike Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, the collision isn't completely unbearable. The one thing I like about speedrunning in this game is the fact there's like so many random trainer skips you will just learn. I would not have thought about this trainer skip here if I didn't watch a speedrun prior. But considering there's like 2 trainers in this gym, you can, maybe 3 trainers you can skip in this gym. This one right here as well. It's just fun when you can learn things like that. But like the movement system kind of fucked this a little, because like these are supposed to be forced battles, right? You're not really forced to battle them when you can just slide by them because the movement's a little rough. It's for your Pokemon up from Pokemon Go. But then I just love that. Listen, this is not something I do much of, but like I need to start, like, when I'm talking about something that's not Pokemon, like the specific game in question, I probably should use that extra footage, right? You see home here, this never really happens. Like one of my biggest like things I kind of struggle with is trying to think, oh hey, how can I add like genuinely different footage to the screen? Like in this case, like it's a full screen, right? That's not gonna bother me too much. And Pokemon Home, I'm talking about it, it gets screen time. Good stuff. Why don't I do that more? I'll never know. However, this wasn't something from Yella, so you could argue. Ooh, that cutaway was ass. Don't hear that. Ew. First off, that wasn't the something. Little rough. Yella, so you. And then Yella. Yella, it just comes out so fast. Yella. Listen, dude, retake the audio, please. It'll make everything sound a lot better. 150. Here's how many Pokemon are transferable into the game by any means. 100. Listen, I know I kind of show it off in the background footage, but like the lack of numbers on screen is kind of bothersome. If y'all want to know the thing about the making good content, one thing that you should do is like put things frequently on screen. That's like relevant to the discussion, right? Because it keeps people's interest. They're looking, they're acknowledging things. If I put numbers on there, it's like, it's stimulating to see it, right? Oh, a visual representation of what the fuck's going on here. If I'm talking about a team, you should be seeing the team. Like, yeah, you can see background footage of the fight going on, but you should probably get a look at the actual team's levels, moveset, or whatever is being talked about. Feels a little lazy sometimes, a little problematic. And again, that extra editing will help. It's a little bit, but it goes a long way. Because we easily could have had the evolutions of these Pokemon introduced in later generations, but the game said no. Also, my old editing was annoying. Because like, I would cut the audio a little too short. So some train of thoughts would just like end way faster than you need to, right? If I would have put an X on there, like just edited it on just while it was talking, it would have been so fast, like gone so fast. Like there was no transition. That thing would have been gone in a fucking blink of an eye. That's why I try to like, in Crystal, well, specifically Gold and Silver, let's be honest. I try to be a little more courteous with that. So it's a little more, I don't know, on screen long enough. I'm taking my time a little more with words, keeping some of the spacing in instead of cutting every ounce of it. Oh boy, another Natdex rant, boys. How fun. Although, in the case of Sabrina's gym, makes it to where you'll have a Pokemon that's a higher level than her whole team. Again, good example of this. Do this more. Phenomenal. Hey, you know what? I'm talking, right? Oh, you gotta have them on above 45. Guess what? It outclasses the entire team. Insane. Good job actually showing this off. But overall, with how cracked the wild encounters can be, and I cannot stress this enough, can be for EXP, but overall, EXP isn't too bad. Good job zooming in there. Not really the greatest footage to zoom in on, but hey, it's something. You only really need to grind at 2 points during the entire game. Once after getting out of Rock Tunnel, and then once again before the... Okay, I'd say once out of after getting out of Rock Tunnel, but again, I didn't battle Surge. It's a little rough. It's a case of, hey, I probably should play the game like 5 times over to see where everything goes wrong. Again, I don't have the time for that. I don't think most people have the time for that. But let's be real. If you want to be accurate about it, technically you should go back and just do it, man. It's not hard. That's the issue. I'm saying it like it's fact, but it's a little more than that. What on God's green earth are these movesets? Between the gym leaders and the Elite Four, says the gym leaders, does not cut the gym leader footage. That's something I would do nowadays. Keeps everything on topic and keeps the editing fast and snappy because it keeps attention. Do it. It's nice to watch when thing cuts to something different and then it's something else and then something else. Only Koga, Sabrina, and Giovanni based footage. Probably a little large, but hey, good job editing. Good work. How on earth is this even an issue? Okay, I won't. That's a case of the screen should be black entirely, but you know what? Or zoomed in. Either one works. Lack of editing here actually pisses me off. I don't want to recreate this video, but I might have to. Lose my cool, but please, just look at the image of Brock's Geodude roll. That's awesome. I love this so much. What a great screenshot. I get it with the Seadra. I get the reference of it evolving into a dragon, but... Hey, I get the reference! Yes! Something I should say more often, because it's relevant to the channel name. Yes! In case of the Elite Four, they get access to some Alolan forms, and Lance specifically probably should have had something on screen, but again, I have the examples playing in the background, so I thought it was okay. This bothers me so much. Go the extra mile. It probably helps. Speaking of investments, it's a little crazy how I've gone this far without talking about the starter Pokemon. Yes, 12 minutes in, 32 minutes. You know, I think listen, I know I talked about the gameplay, but like the replayability features should have been like near the, after the caching mechanic changes and whatnot. Feels a little weird to have it like the starter this late into the footage, but video, whatever. Your starter is chosen for you. That, of course, is the Pokemon on the box art and the title of the game you are playing. This starter... Why were the games not on the screen right there? Hello, you're talking about it, right? I get it. You should know about it because you're clicking on a video. You should know what the box art mons are. But for fuck's sake, just show it. Didn't go on Pokemon Showdown to show you the details of the attacks that he gets. Probably should have done that. Customization. So, not only is trainer customization returning, you watching the footage? I love how it's on the Eevee and not the trainer. Great job trying to get that difference there. And trying to show off the difference between the two. Oh yeah, this exists and this. Talking about like something that's not even on screen right there. Cool. Why is this thing so late in the game again? Okay though, honestly, the fact I put emphasis on it so well without zooming in the footage is nice. Do something, please. Also true, why is it so late in the fucking game again? Ah, yes, I love posting a fucking JPEG that doesn't have the white background cropped out. Good job, buddy. You got a little lazy there. You could have pulled some magic out and made that not be a problem. Attempted to replicate the Pokewalker that's sold with Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver. No Pokewalker on screen, no Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I know I'm being a little overdramatic about, oh wait, he's not showing thing, he's not showing the other thing. This is just bothering me so fucking much. Again, I have to live with this or make a new video on the game. That's a big problem. And items, we're getting both of which is just easier by playing the game. But I don't think the footage of Mew on screen needed to go away so soon, but you know what? Sure, why not? You know what? I win. You know, past me, not this one. I get more things to complain about. Still have this image of the watch times from subscribers saved. I have not updated it because I don't feel like photoshopping is some fake ass shit saying 100% and 0. I'm like, hey, this was an accurate image. I'm not gonna fake it like some people do. I'm better than everyone else because I am honest about it. Shut the hell up. Which, again, messes that one up as well. Messes that one up. It's not that hard to find a phrase that would have worked. Damn, man. It really messed up their story arc. First off, thank you, computer, for just stuttering again. Appreciate it so much. But secondly, come on, man. This image is way too low res. It's not a matter of, hey, upscale it a little. It's, hey, make it a little smaller so it's not. At the end of the day, yes, gotta love the good old trend of just keeping the Hall of Fame music playing at the end of the video. Gotta love just having that consistency is something I love, and I'm glad to see it still here. Hey you, clicking off the video, subscribe right now. Do it for Afro Pikachu and Bald Eevee. True, dude. Bald Eevee's fucking hype. Okay, so story time, right? When I exported the video, right? I had it all done. I had it uploaded, right? It was in the process of uploading. And then I tried putting the timestamps in. Exported the video. Part of it was missing. Thank goodness I caught that before letting it go live. It's right about here. This is where the video was cut off and would have ended had I not had caught on to it. Bit problematic. It's a good thing I noticed. Again, guys, double check this. End cards are incredibly helpful to an extent because it allows you to catch errors like part of the video just not fucking existing. Anyways, yeah, I like how much better this one was compared to everything before it. It was a lot better production value. I sounded better when I wasn't cutting certain words and saying things abnormally fucking fast because I cut way too much filler out between words, but it was significantly better. Yeah, it wasn't a bad video for the release following the Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl one. But you know what was a bad one to follow it with? A spin-off. Yes, Battle Revolution, boys. Battle Revolution was certainly a game to follow it. So, for those who don't know, Reference Gunner the Sequel is my Let's Play channel, okay? And on here, I actually recorded, have a playlist of 239 videos where I just played Battle Revolution. And in this playlist, by the way, not only is this where I had most of the footage from this, right? I did trade battle, I did all this other bullshit, something like just playing through the game normally, right? We have done a fuck ton of this. And on here, this was when I started the Let's Play of the game for the video that we're gonna see here. It's just like, that's a fun little backstory, right? The entire reason I started this Let's Play to begin with was for a video on it, well, on the game. And I did reuse some footage that pre-existed on the channel beforehand. I think some of this footage was reused, but I don't know, it's a case-by-case basis. But I basically went to this video with footage I was recording, slowly uploading on here, just cutting out the voicing, all that fun stuff. Also, you guys should go watch the other channel if you guys like Let's Play content. Woo! There's so much footage being uploaded almost every day. Wow. And again, there's a little thing called recording in advance for videos. Yeah, we did this for Rumble, and we also kind of did this for Rumble U, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Whoops. But cool, we got the background done. This video came in at the end of the push from YouTube itself, the algorithm, video, all that interaction garbage. All right, who cares? Again, it's important to realize because, well, it's a little bit of a history lesson. This was the last video I got to put out with the boosted numbers from the algorithm, and it shows right here because, everything after that, red and blue, yikes. Okay, so first off, footage gathered on Wii U. Good job. You specified the thing that it's not an emulator. Good work, buddy. There's a few things in this video I want to point out that I definitely should have gone a little more in depth with. Kind of a miss on my part, but it's just how it is. Also, blur effect. Good job. You're doing great. If there is something that the Pokemon series is known for, voice just still sounds a little off. That's just a me problem, man. I know I don't sound the most appealing person in the world, but it still bothers me so much. I don't think I needed to have so much of this being, let's just keep this intro slow. Yep, we're gonna have all this footage going on in the background. Thrilling. But that's the issue, because people just really enjoy writing this game off because it didn't have the mini games from the Stadium games. Oh, I don't know if that part needed to be in the intro. That's like a more outro kind of thing. Yeah, it's like, oh, hey, by the way, this is why people don't like the game, and we're going to show them why. Hey, you should actually look a little more at the game and why it's actually halfway decent, instead of just running it off because you didn't get to play with the funny drowsy minigame. Wow. Good job! To see if it was perhaps a missed gem, but with that in mind, your timestamps are on screen. Timestamps came on screen a little fast. I don't know what that was, but I also find it funny how lazy I was in this footage. Look at this. The one thing of footage has been playing in the background the entire fucking time. No cutaways, no nothing. Now, since this game decided to shed that husk of a shell that Pokemon storylines tend to be, there's not even a story to speak about. Really? I mean, listen, the fact the game didn't really have a story was kind of helpful because that means I wouldn't make the mistake of starting off with it. But I kind of start off with it by saying, oh wait, the game doesn't really have a story. Good job. Good work. You're doing phenomenal. So for the basic building blocks of the game, you have Generation 4's battle mechanics. I love how fast that goes away. You cannot get a look at that right there. Good God. But yeah, It's kind of annoying that none of Platinum stuff was in this. They didn't just make it in advance, considering what Platinum was going to make, because, you know, it was releasing after Diamond and Pearl, but before Platinum. So they technically could have fitted in, but it's a shame. Apparently there's some kind of, like, bonus disc or, like, some kind of, like, alternate kind of copy that they use from some kind of tournaments that has some of the Platinum changes, but I've never been able to find one of those with my own eyes. Kind of a crime, bit of a problem, and it bothers me. Also, Giratina, good job, great spelling. This rule set is basically a copy of the Battle Tower, but not as cringeworthy or purposeless. I love it. When I'm basically saying, hey, it's the exact same thing, but hey, guess what? It's better. Thrilling. The double standards here. Insane. Good for me trying to defend my game. My favorite Pokemon game. Good job. The main playthrough, this game type restricts you to exclusively rental passes, which also functions like the Battle Tower. And I want to say, I think the music's just a tad bit too loud. Considering how drowned out my voice sounds in comparison, especially with the intro. Kind of a problem. Could have used a little more, you know, balancing to it. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Following up from that is the post-game rule set for Gateway Coliseum. This being the trade battle. Following up from that is the post-game rule set for Gateway Coliseum. This being the trade. Oh, I hate that fucking pop sound. It is so fucking frustrating. Y'all had no idea how much that pissed me off when I started hearing that constantly in Black and White 1. It bothered me so much. I'm listening here like, oh, it's gonna be such a great video. Oh my god, it's so good, it's so good. And then you know what happens? I hear this stupid ass popping sound and I can't get rid of it. No matter what I do without having to retake the entire thing, I have to get rid of new ones. It's so bothersome. It bothers me so much. Also, I think it was right there. I could be wrong. No, it's right here. Battle. So once again, when I was editing the footage, right, I did this all in one timeline, as we're going to talk about PLA later and how that'll change. So when I was editing the footage, something got a little fucked up when I think it was when I was putting the audio in or when I was fucking with something on screen. So my voice and the gameplay got a little unsynced and it caused quite a handful of problems in editing. Luckily I caught on to it, but fuck dude. I could have let that slip and it would have ruined the entire video immediately. Pay attention when you're editing. Do it from left to right. Make sure you do it in order so you don't accidentally fuck with anything. With the opponent, you get to keep your newly acquired Pokemon if you somehow succeed in your run. I do think it could have used a little more. Oh, hey, look, you won. Hey, you chose the Pokemon to trade. A little pointless when I'm saying all this and just slowly just sitting on the trade screen. Again, the footage is bothersome because, again, I can't just go back and fix it now. Trust me on this. Best part of the whole game, easily the biggest time sink the game has to offer. 200 plus episodes. Woo! This rule set belonging to water. Rule set. Probably should have thrown up some air quotes. Good job. You can hear it. Also, I love how this kind of continues off the original Diamond and Pearl video. Hey, remember all those shiny mons I used with the fucking cute charm glitch? Well, dude, my Garchomp from that playthrough's here. Look at him. And having to battle the opponent doing the same. This all around is a fun idea, but the playtime here just feels a little okay, the editing on that was not bad. I could keep up with it, right? I read fast is a problem. Some people might not be able to read all that because they don't know it's coming or they just don't read fast enough. A little bothersome, but you know what? It's fine. It bothers me a bit, but hey, you know what? It was able to be read. Good luck with this one. Nothing more problematic than your opponent getting your above average Pokemon and or legendaries. I showed my own Pokemon instead of the opponent with them. Also, yes, fun fact, when I ran through the Coliseum, you can watch it in the gameplay from the other channel, cough cough. But when I went through it, guess who managed to get Garchomp on all 7 battles? I'm pretty sure it was this guy. I could be wrong, but I'm fairly certain it was true. There's just nothing more satisfying than watching Scyther body basically everything. Next up is... I love how I said the word body, but that shit came off as the word buddy. Yo! Imagine if I had clarified my words a little better. A Pokemon, which adds some more RNG to the mix. I just love how fast that cuts in, right? I'm getting to the point, but like, how the hell did I forget to say? Because they have the same stats. Why didn't I just add it to the fucking script on the fly? And there's audio that I actually did go and edit. Because I fucked that up. I don't remember what I said it was before. Playthrough. This is the league battle. Look at it. You can hear the different audio there. You can tell I went back and edited this. This was a grim sighting. Actually go back and do this, but I couldn't do anything else. This is a 100 battle gauntlet, pretty self-explanatory. Yeah, so this footage was of course recorded from like the pre-existing videos. Why that is simple. I didn't fucking keep it on there. I did not keep them on my storage at all after recording them. After, you know, starting the fucking Let's Play to begin with to even get this part of the footage. Insane. Had to go back onto YouTube. That's why the visual quality looks a little bit worse here than it did before. That's why this section looks
If you fail,
a little
you fail.
worse.
But
because again, I had to screen record this from YouTube itself throughout the main playthrough. Why? I don't know why, like, if it's the mic, if it's just the computer fucking everything up every time I talk into it. But why is it gotta sound all fucked like that, man? It's so bothersome! But while on the topic of the main playthrough, the game allows you to earn a perfect point. Boy, there's another audio cut there. I know I didn't say that fucking right the first time. I'll tell you that right now. That was not it. Oh, fun. Love that. But pro tip, just by resetting the game, you can... I don't think this really needed to be in here. It's Infernape and many other competitively viable Pokemon. Also, I love that. And many other competitively viable Pokemon. My brother in Christ, they got Electabuzz and Electivire in there. What the hell are you on about? Those are not great at all. Electivire's new bait for a reason, man. Oh, wow, look at that. I keep showing the shit off and I don't do it so much anymore. Crazy. Again, showing the Wii. Nice. Where's everything else in the video, man? Why is the Wii just on this blank white fucking JPEG? I didn't really mention how much it, like, some of, like, the endgame content just becomes, like, basically fucking impossible if you don't have the DS games, the problem, right? I know I mentioned it in the Masters Battle part, right? About, oh, how it becomes so much harder. But, like, come on. It's relevant to the discussion at hand that it probably should have been mentioned there. End passes. Well, these are typically unavailable during the main... Oh, this pissed me off when this appeared when I was trying to record it. How fun to get hit with that DS system interruption. Nothing happened, by the way. It was just like, oh, hey, let's just stop working. Bye. Oh, fun. Y'all love this? Y'all love this misinformation here because the internet's not great at relaying information? Thanks to somebody who's commenting about the pin right now. There it is. This one right here. We gotta... The fact that it's, like, just kind of hidden's bothersome. Now it makes my information misinformation because I didn't have it before. Depressing. I love this right here, okay? Are interesting and extremely inconsistent. As the quality drop, you can tell it's just like since now that I told you that, like, I went off onto YouTube to get some of this footage, you can tell that, like, oh wait, this was off of a YouTube video instead of the actual just raw recording. Good job. This bothers me that I cut to the credits, right? Like, before, like, the very end. And that's the rest of this footage, is just credits. There's nothing else. What is this? Probably could have shown something off. Like, the music helps, because it's like, it's the credits music, it's emotional, but, like, could have used a little bit more here. Again, in this video specifically, I think the footage variety is a bit of a problem, at least in comparison to Let's Go and BDSP, for instance, but overall, it's been good so far. There is no final score to be had this time. Oh, final scores, man. Like, the spin-offs is one of the reasons why I want to step away from that in general. And, like, once I start covering games that, you know, aren't Pokemon, I'm going to ditch the entire thing altogether. And that is all. Why the hell am I plugging the prequel on here? What are you doing? Right. This video went live. Same day. It was the same day as this fucking, the long-awaited, fucking Q&A session that was supposed to release literally after this video before this. And then the algorithm changed everything. Basically, this is where the algorithm kind of fell apart for me. Again, covering a spin-off, not the greatest play. But going into this, not really. But overall, the title's good. This is fine. This is a little, So far, like, you see the timeline order. But then, ooh, thrilling. Not PLA. PLA was actually about to happen. And then Red and Blue I released because I wanted to keep myself busy in the meantime before the game came out. You know, I thought, it's free content. I might as well cover the game anyways. So when the game released, the game came in. I let PLA sit there for a bit and didn't play it. Yes, sir. So we're just going to completely skip over the Q&A video. They're kind of irrelevant, but they're nice little update videos for main channel. And just, you know, just Q&As in general. Just once a year, just have a little fun with it. But that means we get to move on towards an actual video. Fun. Red and Blue. Oh, this is great, actually. Look at this comment section. 695 views. 2 comments. Love it. Thing, right? Looking at it now, the games are so dated that they should have failed. Like, genuinely. Now they should have failed. but that's not what happened. Again, this title is misleading because that is the modern day view versus when the game actually released, which is a bit of a disconnect. And kind of the problem with looking at these games in general, specifically Gen 1, 2, well 1 and 2, because those games just aged the worst. But besides the point, alright? So, going into red and blue. This background pisses me off so much. I went into paint, I'm like, hey, do a color similar to it but slightly brighter. Do it on the other side. That's it. There's no borders, kind of annoying. Again, the other ones didn't have that problem. Like if you look back at the video for gold and silver or yellow, for instance, they had borders. Kind of helpful to have. Kind of helps go along with the thumbnail consistency. But hey, red and blue, let's dive into it. Also, all footage on emulator. Good job. Like, I had a problem at first of trying to make sure I put this text on screen. A little problematic, but that's just how it is. Also, timestamps. Crazy. Be released. The legacy of these games. Again, the voice actually sounds pretty good this time. So far, we'll see how it derails by the end of the video, because this recording's usually going for like 40 to 50 minutes. Me talking forever. And it never ending. The black and white one video went over an hour of me recording audio. Fuck off. And like, my voice gets tired and it's hard to talk at that point, alright? Become the highest grossing media. This is disgusting. I'm sorry, right? Listen, I'm a Pokemon enjoyer, but the fact this is up here is disgusting. Look at the video games. That is nothing. Look at the licensed merch. This is disgusting. This is grim. What we are witnessing right here on screen. Also, big Hello Kitty gameplay. Also, I kind of wish I'd put more stuff like this on screen sometimes. Like, if I were to redo the Sword and Shield video, I would absolutely make sure that I show the series sales numbers on screen. Because it's just such an annoying image. When you see Sword and Shield as the second best-selling Pokemon games, like, how? Games were for the Pokemon series as a standalone experience. Ugh, standalone experience, sure. I didn't make the mistake I made in the Diamond Pearl video where I'm like, hey, if Platinum didn't exist. But when you look at the ending, we're gonna have a little bit of complaining to do because it bothers me. Anyways, timestamps are appearing. So, timestamps are on screen, and without further ado, that intro is short. Good lord, I got straight to the point. Also, that Ivysaur sprite's beautiful. Guys, one of my biggest pet peeves is on screen right now. I didn't even think about it when I was like started talking about it, but starting with the story. Don't do that. Nobody cares about the story. I know I did it in this one case for this one example because it's the first game and it sets the ground for basically every other Pokemon story to come. But don't do it. Oh god, this Chansey upset me. This was the first Chansey I came across. So obviously you guys know should know about the competitive Pokemon scene. In Gen 1, it's like not a banned mon, the Mewtwo. Tauros is the definitive king. I went to the Safari Zone, I wanted it on my team, and I never was able to catch one. But instead, of course, is the fact to beat the game. Instead, you don't even have to complete the Pokédex. The first Chansey I run across, the first ball I throw at it, surprise, caught it, threw it down the team instead. Oh boy, Chansey's like one of the better mons, like representing Gen 1 and its dumb mechanics. So keeping it here instead of Tauros is a decent substitute, but like, come on. This right here. They do, such as the theft Pokemon. The theft Pokemon. Theft of. Come on, retake the audio! This video is problematic for me because like, it was a relatively rushed video considering I had to like my goal was to finish this video up and then start playing Legends Arceus. Which was annoying because I already didn't want to play Legends Arceus as it was. I just let the game sit there instead of opening it immediately and playing frame 1, like I would have done with literally any other game, but besides the point. It's bothersome when I'm sitting here like, yeah, watching this video, which was definitely a little bit rushed, and very, very annoying and problematic. Again, it bothers me because if I want to have another video like this, I have to do it again because I can't just edit it now. But even then, Pokemon games would never be remembered for their story, but instead they'd be remembered for the gameplay. They wouldn't be remembered for the story, so why are we opening with it? On the way to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. This was back before PLA, and February 1st. And, well, we're halfway at least. That's nice to see. Hey guys, remember to go subscribe to the main channel if you're new here. So, most, and I mean most, mainline Pokemon... Oh, I love how I said most PLA. When I was editing this section specifically, I had not even started the game yet. I'm just like, yeah, it's different. Let's just move on. Fuck this game. I haven't played it. Let's just like be like, hey, it's out. I haven't touched it yet. Good shit. We're not even uploading it. Come on now. You know how this all works by now, but since it's the first game, I kind of have to explain it. Good zoom in effect. Good change in tone of voice. Good job. This is what I need to do more of because it helps put more emphasis on things. This is a case of going to a random building that allows you to... Different. Hate it. It's so obvious when you hear it. When you pay attention, you can tell it's different. And it's so bothersome that I don't record like part of that section. So like, hey, it's like, oh, this little stretches instead of just this being the extra part. So then you don't notice it as much. And that comes from one of the game's biggest strengths, being its semi-non-linear gameplay. Biggest strength! One of the biggest problems for the series, yes! To be fair, it did help the game in its replayability aspects. It did not hurt as much as Gold and Silver, but, oh god, Gold and Silver was a different story entirely. Also, okay, so yeah, the music. I was gonna talk about that now, because it's just playing in the background and it's going pretty fast. I basically went through most of this game's soundtrack for this one video. So, like, I knew when it came time for Yellow after I did Gen 5, I was going to have to, use a different soundtrack because I did not feel like repeating the exact same shit again. It's a case of what I'm doing for Crystal right now. We're going to be like, hey, look at this. Different soundtrack. It's not the actual game. Crystal's going to have Heart Gold to Silver soundtrack. Just like how Yellow, I think, did as well because variety, you know? But as I said earlier, the game is semi-non-linear. I hate how big, persistent I am on this shit. Oh, I use the terminology that you should. Y'all should be like me. When I say semi-non-linear gameplay, it is semi-non-linear. Just like how I say, when Gold and Silver is a 2-act game, oh, buddy, you better conform. Hate it so much. Oh, I hate it so much. I sound like such a persistent jackass with it. And semi-non-linear gameplay, also referred to as choosing one of many linear paths. That's the problem with the non-linear gameplay thing. You are choosing one of many linear paths, instead of just being, oh, hey, actual freedom of choice. Good job. That people just are like, oh, hey, that's what makes Gold and Silver so good. No, it splits apart and then it goes back to the way it was. It's so annoying. It's like, Pokemon didn't really do such a good job with it in general. Yeah, we'll see with Scarlet and Violet, but like, ugh. Nice seeing the editing's at least on point this time around. That's good. Fresh water. Relevant footage. Good job. Keep it as relevant as possible is a good thing to do. Editing. Good job. You're given a visual cue of what the fuck you're looking at. Again, it's small, but it helps a bit. I cannot stress this enough. Just show the little things. They do matter. That the region is pretty well put together. Listen, it is put together relatively well, but hot damn, I suck it off far too fucking hard here. Like, it's not even funny. Especially when I'm sitting here like, oh yeah, the non-linear gameplay doesn't work. But then I'm also like, yeah, dude, here we go. This is why it's the most perfect thing ever. Good job. So I will talk about those flawed areas in a second. But first, I want to... In a second. It just cuts out so fast. Praise the genius of this region's layout. No! Listen, I realized it was filler, but I wanted to keep it in anyways. Yes! Imagine if the game had a good level curve, then it wouldn't even be a problem! I do like how I broke up the region into its little sections here. Obviously, guys, if y'all watch the channel, you know, the channels, may I add, I color-coded each part of the game to be linked to a specific channel color. Main channel's got the annoying light blue color. The fucking other one, you know, the sequel's green. Wow, part 2 of the game's green. I could put this in purple here because you have to go through here, but you can't really do anything yet. Then, hey, wow, look at that. The Cliffs channel, oh, it's pink. Crazy. And then the final part, of course, for the prequel, the last channel I made. Again, it's the small attention to detail and the stuff I like. What is the point? This whole section shouldn't even be here. Which also rewards explanation before your trip to Rock Top. Explanation. Could have done a retake, buddy. Come on now. At least I edited the correct word on screen. At least I had that part right. Something like the Psychic TM or a Gift Poke. I do like how I was actually very nice with this instead of being like, oh, hey, let's just cut to the Psychic TM in the bag and then just show me picking up like the Hitmonlee, right? I'm like, hey, look at this. I can point them both at the same time. Ha, classy. 4 acts of gameplay, divided out by the regions rather... Oh, this hurts to look at, but it's right. Look at all the pathing you get to do. And one of the paths at this right side of the region is optional. Fuck yes. Layout, 5th act, there's also the post-game being the... Oh yeah, when I accidentally walked down and got stuck on this tile. That was not intentional, by the way. I just accidentally clicked onto it. The Indigo Plateau has a bunch of statues just randomly lined up after you exit Victory Road. Y'all like nitpicking? Don't get me wrong, this shit is like just cringe and annoying. Like, why is it here? Like, what is the point of this clutter? This is just annoying. Like, it doesn't provide anything. Why is it here? Like, yeah, I'm nitpicking to hell and back and I'm realizing it right now and stating it. What is this? And Surf cannot be used after until just do the audio, man. Although it does sound out of place, you could still do it again. Has aged poorly. It's almost like being poorly. I still think Gen 1's battle mechanics are like some of the most fun to go back to. Like, yeah, rap is bullshit. Yeah, sleep is garbage and the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. But at least the game mechanics are fun to go back to. Unlike Gen 2, which just removed all the fun shit. That's the problem, right? Gen 2 is much more balanced, but it's more boring because of it. And it's not so masterfully thought out like the newer games. Oh. There's our transition, because look at that. 5 stats. So let's explain this real fast. In the first generation of Pokemon, and I mean just the first generation, there are 5 stats for your Pokemon. Dude, I love how much I just sped up talking in this section. Yo, honestly, I need to get that kind of speed. Just talking about the battle tower just from here on out. This is grim. Yeah, showing these examples that I could have used in the gold and silver video instead, but chose not to besides Mewtwo. Wow, dude, crazy. Speaking of weird properties involving stats, next is the speed stat. I sound too fast in this section, genuinely. It sounds so out of place compared to the rest of the video. It's a little bothersome. The one ghost type move nobody will ever click. Wow, dude. Gen 1 was a wild time. It's crazy how nobody knows that, like, oh wait, they're actually just immune to that and there's only like one fucking move. Yep, we're never gonna see that again. Fears. In these games, only bugs. Only bugs? The way I just said that, it's like only bugs. Like, it's just like a short drop. That is awful. Then, speaking of bugs, it sounds so bad. It just sounds so awful. Bulbasaur, the battle's free if you grind to level 13. God, this pisses me off so much. Hit every optional trainer. Still not enough EXP to actually perform in this fight whatsoever. Yeah, man, I can't wait to spam tackle because my Bulbasaur couldn't get enough EXP before this gym badge. That's why this whole section was in here, because I did the fucking gameplay first. Oh, this was frustrating, man. When you have the experience to actually talk about, hey, wow, look at this. Charmander can spam a move and be fine. Squirtle can spam a move and instantly fucking win. Bulbasaur, you have to go out of your way and go do some filler content and get some extra fucking levels because they didn't just put Vine Whip at a lower level. Come on. If that is the case, then... yes, I need to get this fucking quote on a plaque. This is great. Grinding is pretty much damn near close to filler content. It is so bad, like, specifically with that Bulbasaur example earlier. Cyndaquil, same thing sometimes in Gen 2, right? Movesets do not work, so you have to waste your time getting something that's going to make you completely blow over the entire mid-game because now you're a little over-leveled, despite getting the one move you need to actually perform the next fight. Oh, hey, look, I got Ember, I beat Faulkner, and guess what? Now I'm over-leveled for basically every trainer up to fucking Slowpoke. Well, fine. Change out Flamethrower for... Oh yes, the script, boys. And the original version of the script. I actually didn't realize that Charizard had Fire Blast instead of Flamethrower here from level up and not a level up. So I was gonna complain about, oh hey, look at this, they gave Blastoise and Venusaur this extra service and Charizard got nothing. Good thing I caught on to that before publishing the video, because that would have been bad, but I actually went back and fixed it, like everything else in the video I didn't fix, and it's frustrating. But at least I caught myself out on this one, doing a good and not letting the problem slip through. Oh, dude. This is not how you do a final battle. Like, maybe you can make a case for Wing Attack here being on here, because, like, oh, 2-turn move here. But Psybeam when you already have Psychic. Leer when you have Tail Whip. These two don't even synergize well at all with Horn Drill. And Fury Attack's just ass. Dragon Rage is a fixed damage move. And this late in the game is bad. And it's fucking Leer. Oh yeah, and then Exeggutor has 2 awful attacks because it's all has from level up. Insane. This does not work in the slightest. Listen, you would have thought I would have highlighted Fire Spin if you didn't know anything about the game, right? But oh god, Fire Spin mechanics in Gen 1. Fucking hell. I don't know if I needed to include glitches in this video. Like, I know I wanted to rant about how yellow fucking blows because it patched out the missing no glitch. Or something, made it harder or whatever. But this isn't BDSP, man. I mean, I guess it's still in the game, but like, come on. The correct term is the old man glitch, and I didn't think to record the audio again to fix that. Yes. To be 100% honest here, this glitch right here is the only reason the gameplay isn't just a Venusaur solo run. Fucking true. You know what the funny part is, guys? Okay, so I say it later in the video, not in that section. But I was like, hey, if it wasn't for this glitch, I wouldn't have done all this. I said the Venusaur solo run thing is because in yellow, when I actually came around to doing that and didn't get to do the missing no glitch, it became a Nidoking solo run. It was the most exhilarating gameplay you've ever watched. Just like how when you get ready to see the crystal video, it's gonna be for alligator only. There was never an instance, besides quad resisted attacks, where I ever clicked tackle over Razor Leaf, because it did more damage even to resisted targets. And finally, I love how I talk about these niche things here, But I didn't even talk about the one thing the competitive scene actually did not know about for a while. Which, fun fact, if a Tauros is going to body slam another Tauros, it ain't going to paralyze it. Because it cannot get paralyzed. A normal type will not be able to get paralyzed by a normal type move or something like that. Crazy how they didn't know about that for a while. And I like talking about super small shit and, you know, obscure stuff and did not put it in here. The game offers a taste worth coming back for. Unlike Gold and Silver! Oh man, an iconic soundtrack. I'm surprised nobody complained about me calling the soundtrack kind of just nothing, man. Listen, if the game didn't have its remakes, or, well, Lavender Town's the one exception, but all this other bullshit, the Pokemon Red and Blue soundtrack is extremely forgettable, and it just kind of would have nothing or okay. Oh, fuck me. When I judge the game and give it credit, we'll have to give it a little bit of a handicap because it's an old game. Something I stopped doing after this point. Because look, listen. 10. A game with excellent, semi-addicting gameplay loop that's worth... Look at where Red and Blue is. BDSP's a better game. Let's Go's a better game. I would even argue Diamond and Pearl is, but let's keep that in the DL, alright? The fact that it's above these because I had to give it some slack is bothersome. And it's why I want to look at like every video, like every game I talk about going forward in modern day. It's like, how do you do this, right? Oh, nostalgia this, nostalgia that. You had to be there when it released. How am I going to talk about a time before I was born? I was not even born or conceived when Red and Blue came out. Or Yellow. And it's just like, how do I talk about something I wasn't alive for, man? You were asking the impossible. A little more to the point with the editing, thank goodness. Could have used a little more cuts, probably. But otherwise, not half bad. Unlike the next video we're going to talk about for like the next hour and a half. Fuck. Dude, people were not happy with PLA. They were not thrilled. Oh, people were not thrilled with PLA. Look at that like to dislike ratio. Look at these comments. PLA is actually the game that stopped me from going back and looking at the comments immediately. If I cared about the algorithm and all that other fun shit and channel growth, I would have covered the comments as soon as they went up. Like, I just didn't have the mental capacity to just sit there and deal with all the negativity immediately. So, like, before, like with PLA, that came out, I didn't touch that damn comment section until like the night before Black and White 1 went live. And look at that time jump. March 30th, February 19th. That is a pretty noticeable gap. Oh, dude, fuck this game. I disliked this game from the very second I started playing it. If that was not abundantly obvious. For my definitive fact that I always have to throw in these videos, man. Oh, fuck off. I'm just here to agree. So, things started a little bit differently in this video. I don't know if it was because... I don't know what happened. I think it was because I killed the algorithm when I decided, hey, let's do the Battle Revolution. You know, a fucking spinoff. Same time as the fucking Q&A. And then I did Red and Blue. And then I covered PLA. I mean, it wasn't that long after the game dropped. It was still like within a month's time. I didn't hop on that immediately. And I don't know what it is. It's a little negative or what. But like, I would say I'm surprised that I didn't catch lightning in a bottle twice. I didn't really expect it to happen. But like, hell, dude. This video did better than usual. But like... But fuck, it did not go as well as possibly projected for a new game, right? That's the sin part. This is a completely different title here. I don't remember exactly what I called it, but it was like a beautiful disaster or something. I don't know if disaster was the correct term. It was a mix of, hey, it's both good and bad, but then I settled on why it just might not be for you. It's got review in the title because it was a new game. That's kind of how I do them. I'll put review in the title if it's A, a new game, or B, a re-review. But because of that, it's like, yeah, this title fits way more. It's not clickbaity. It doesn't have all the keywords, but fuck, why not? It's just 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute long video. We gotta get started now. It's 8:35, and I need to get to sleep soon. Pokemon Legends Arceus is without a doubt the most interesting Pokemon game ever made from the mainline series. Glad the voice sounds good, though. Glad it doesn't sound as boring and fucking dead as fucking Diamond and Pearl Platinum and Sword and Shield. So nice. It's a shame I could not just have that the first time, the second time, and the third time. Oh, dude, they should just not have fucking made PLA. Like, it serves a purpose, right? That's just a hot take of mine. It's an opinion, right? And I'm just gonna fully admit to it. Feel free to disagree. This game should just not have came out. Like, it's probably important for Scarlet and Violet should it succeed. But if it doesn't, it's just gonna prove that this game should not have happened, because it would make... Then it would just not have served a purpose, as they would not have learned any lessons from it should the game fail. But like, fuck, dude, this game is a... Good God, dude. How long ago did Oblivion release and it looks way better than this? Come on now. Again, I don't usually care about the visuals, but people like to say, oh, it looks better than this. Bullshit. And now we have a game that... Bullshit, this looks better than Sword and Shield. I want to come after you real quick. Community. So much to where I've seen a higher percentage of people say, this is the best mainline Pokemon game of all time. Okay, to be fair, the intro of this video, kind of fucking like a banger. It's a banger, alright? Better than Persona 5 Royal. This game got me laid. And then I reused the fucking subscription numbers on here. Fun. Yes, even above the games that actually had more. This shit pissed me off, man. You know New Toy Syndrome's at its peak when the super overrated title of like the last decade gets overthrown out of fucking nowhere by a game with no fucking replayability. Insane. More content. Now sure, a lot of this is new. This is actually why I started liking Heart Gold Soul Silver a lot more. Like when I do my re-review, it's gonna be a big fucking passion project. If that video is an hour long, I want it to be longer than that. Let's be real. Also, the new game, fucking fact. Other players' experience. Oh, I remember this when I started streaming the game for the first time. I came across this moment, and it was fucking funny. Whatever. This is a disaster. Why is this on my screen? The game. User experience is important, boys. That's one of the big problems with the game. This game is a big user experience. You need a lot of takes on this for good user experience. It's the open world fandom that pisses me off. They will mindlessly consume any fucking open world game presented to them. And they will instantly say it's like a 10 out of 10 fucking game. It's just like a skewed review just from the idea alone. I don't like open world games. I hope that's abundantly clear. This is where one of my changes came in editing. So when I was trying to do my big fucking chunk of a timeline, the computer was having issues heating up because it was running too much shit at once. Whenever I zoomed out, had all the footage on the one bar at the very fucking back. It was a lot on the timeline and the computer didn't like it. So I had to improvise, and for this video alone, I didn't really fix too much, but like I had to break them into each section. So this whole one timestamp right here was its own piece of the video when I have to go off and edit and then put it on a final timeline so I could throw the music and all the other shit on there and the timestamps. Which in this video, I did not do the timestamp separately and instead did it on part 1, which was a big editing problem because I just had to hope that the time was correct so I wouldn't have to fucking edit this. So the editing on this is extremely rough for a video. This was one of my rougher edit jobs since I had to break this into how many parts? 7 different parts. Despicable. The first thing needing to be discussed 100% has to be the gameplay. Well, no shit, you're not gonna talk about the story now, are you? The EV system was reworked again, but thankfully this time it's a simpler. I feel like the music's a little too loud. My voice sounds pretty damn solid in this, like in terms of audibility, but could use a little more enthusiasm for a game that I totally do not like and I could just shit on the entire time, but you know what, sure, whatever. Stat only capping at 10 boosts, and with the only way to... Where's the background? This text is kind of hard to read. In terms of battle mechanics that have been changed, the turn-based combat has essentially been thrown out. Oh yes, the clips channel, man. So when I was trying to get footage of competitive Pokemon, I actually reused some footage from our stream clips channel. It was from this video right here. The funny thing is I reused that footage here. You can tell because it's like cut off a little up through here instead of like the full thing because you can tell because my little stream layout's got this little cut here, which is kind of crazy. But hey guys, it's that time I got the Master Balls here. Wow, what a fun time in Sword and Shield. In case you're curious where that image came from right here, it's from that. In previous games, both players decided their actions at the same time. Dude, this game is just such garbage. There is no mind games at all. It's just, hey, I just get to do this thing for free. Enjoy. Die. This goes away so fast, it's not even funny. Insane. Our new abomination. Also, yeah, probably should have kept that on screen a little longer. So far, I thought the editing was a lot better, but it turns out that I was just wrong and stupid. And it's influenced by either style attacks, more on that soon, or style attacks. So I said agile style and strong style, but I ended up cutting parts of it. More on that. A mess of a system that just does not work and kills the joy that the battle system had. And I haven't even gotten to the battle gimmick yet. Yes, I love how 2 minutes, basically 40 seconds in, I am already fuming, and I haven't even gotten to the fucking battle gimmick. That's how you know you fucked up. When I'm complaining this hard before even talking about the gimmick. Oh, fuck. Don't ruin the game, but the issue is I'm still not even done talking about new systems. Yes, that's fucking awesome. Oh, everything that just happened right there, just listening, was great. Weather has been reworked as a whole, but this time it can only be in use if the overworld has any of the weather effects in use. This means there is no way for you to change the weather at all. Building further on, some of the weather effects have actually been adjusted, but zoom in on the edit here. This is just awesome. This is the one thing I do like about PLA. They just look at you all. It's great the way the Pokemon can interact with you. It's actually pretty nice. One thing that I wish I could have fixed, like given a little bit of credit for, and its accuracy drop is even worse this time around. Oh, you know what's funny? I don't even know if they actually changed the percentages on this, but hot damn is the fog so much fucking worse in this game. Maybe it's because I played it once and got bad rolls of the dice, but this shit was unbearable. And probably could have fact checked it a little. One huge change that hurts the game far more. Okay, I forgot where this was going at first about this EXP system change, but fuck right off. Why do you get the EXP at the end of the battle? That is such a horrible design. Your Pokemon go off on their hardest to go earn their EXP, but if they faint, nah, they just don't get it because they fainted later in the battle. Fuck you. You don't need the XP anyways. Go grind. Go throw your Pokemon at some trees or something. Regigigas, why'd they do this to you? Should have been a little zoom in effect because, it's a moment, but you know what? Dude, fuck PLA for doing this to Regigigas. It did not deserve this. Double battles from every single game. Same screenshot again, partly cut off. By the way, agile style, Geodude's slow as piss. But nah, you know what? Samurott has to wait for all 4 of them to attack, and then never gets to double ever. Like, why the hell? Is to never touch strong style until it's a 1v1. The only real you are. Okay, I do like that there. I'm like, yeah. One of my things is like, oh, how am I gonna differentiate from the styles when I need to pop them on screen? I was like, wait, I have a screenshot of Steelix doing both of them. Yo, based. Now is throw items and Pokeballs. This will allow you to either I love it. Disregard that either. I was talking about 2 things, one of which does one thing, and one of which does another. And I say, hey, disregard the either. Because, you know, there's 2 different things with 2 different effects. And I said, oh yeah, by the way. Okay, dumbass, that's not how English works. And I remind you, this can all be done without engaging any Pokemon in... Oh god, I forgot about this. I fucking don't remember what happened, but I hopped off a Pokemon and glitched right into this fucking guy. I forgot this was in a game. But now that I see it again, I'm like, oh, wait. This was funny. I wasn't really stuck in him, but I was walking through him. It just... Battle. Ride poke. Oh, what a great game release. It totally wasn't buggy at all. Okay, so I don't actually talk about it in this video. I don't recall. But I didn't give enough credit to 2 features. The ability to just skip to whatever time you want. That's fucking insane. But, like, the evolution... Like, it's the game's just like, oh, hey, you can evolve. It tells you when you can evolve. And guess what the best part is? You're not even forced to. No Everstones, no nothing. Your Pokemon don't even get, like, they're not forced into it, which is fucking awesome. Although the moves, like, oh, hey, new move. They just forget about it and don't look. Could have been a little bit better. So, it's time for our final battle. I love how somebody in the comment section was complaining about me being like, oh, it's different, so you don't like it. No, it's just bad. Imagine the very final battle of the main story ending on one of these battles. Oh, wait. Oh, this was fucking grim. What garbage to end the game on this. Or so it seems at first. Don't let the game or other people fool you. Or other people fool you. Though, as it's just like the Sword and Shield Wild Air. Oh, it's just so empty. There's nothing to explore in this game. Oh, you can go explore, you can find secrets. And there's no fucking reason to, because there's literally fucking nothing. It's so bad. Oh, let me go find Spiritomb, man. I have to do it for Arceus. It's not really exploring. I kind of have to do it to beat the game. Technically speaking, the final mission, get the fucking Azure Flute in godforsaken BDSP. No, it's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. This is ridiculous. This is why I don't like open world. Like, I know I can fast travel to get over there fast, but like, for fuck's sake, dude. They really genuinely want you to walk on foot all the way the fuck across this area. Just because they couldn't just do a smaller, normal fucking game. Just have you go from here to here. So just do the thing. Insane. That's my gripe with open world game. It's just such filler. Just, oh yeah, side quests were a thing in this game, right? So it's side quests and unknown, and that's literally fucking it. Screw Spiritomb. I fucking hate this thing. The Pokedex progression gate. Yes, the most acceptable part's me ranting about it. Yes! Dude, fuck the Pokedex progression gating. Oh, guys, we gotta encourage you to explore, because else you'll beat the game too fast. Oh, fuck. Okay, guys, like, I know I'm complaining a fuck ton in this, but if you guys want, okay, on my Twitch, we actually have, I still have the first time Let's Play of Legends Arceus saved on here. They are, like, what is this? 5 videos are still here. Genuinely grim. If y'all want to hear me just complain about it non-fucking stop, there you fucking go, man. And to that I say, wow, just like every Pokemon game since Red and Blue. It's not the same, but it is the same. I fucking hate this shit so much. It's so dumb. It is literally the exact same. And people will blow it out of proportion like it's something fucking new. Dude, you knew at this point I had enough. Your pacing for the level progression actually pretty annoying. And yes, I mean an immense lack of trainers. But should you be catching random Pokemon? Okay, that's a little unfair analysis because right, like that part specifically, that example, the Bergmite being under level because it spawns in a lower level there than it should. Oh, if I just picked up, I don't fucking know, the champ in this area, it'd be a different story, or literally some other mod in the Cornet Highlands. Like, shut up. That's a little more bias on my part. That's a little dishonest with the region and its gameplay. So now we get to go on to the features. Oh, I love the green screening I did here. This is fucking awesome. Y'all remember the Lions vs. Pokemon debate? That's awesome. Shut the fuck up. Nice photo studio we got here, man. Open world games 101. You have to make your own fun by exploring the fucking nothing and pretending to be amazed by it. As previously mentioned, there's the collectathon you can do for all the unknown forms in Spiritomb. The noble Pokemon can actually be rebalanced. I like how I just said, I was gonna be like, oh hey, we'll talk about the Spiritomb and Unknown more in depth later. I just slightly mentioned them there and move on. That's it. That's the later that we're going in depth about. Good job. And we'll make it nighttime or daytime on command, which is a great addition. Okay, apparently I did say this is a great addition. Okay, looks like I'm just dumb and remember things wrong. My bad. You can no longer access the PC anywhere. Okay, the Pokemon storage change is one thing I don't mention in this, but the thing I don't mention is how, like, if there is a blank spot in Pasture 1, which was, like, not a thing in, like, Sword and Shield or anything before that. Okay, so if you have a Pokemon missing in Pasture 1, and if you save the game or, like, leave, like, the fucking last menu you went to as, like, I don't know, Pasture 5, when you catch a new Mon, it'll throw them in the first fucking box, which is just super obnoxious in terms of organization and, like, trying to organize the PC. It's so fucking bad. Almost as bad as this game's visuals. Holy fucking shit, dude. But battling with your friends or randoms online has been completely removed. How do you fuck up a game so badly to remove the only way you can actually play with your friends that's not just fucking trading? I saw someone in the comment section like, oh, it's a single player game. My fucking brother in Christ. You know what else was a single player game? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, Sword and Shield, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, Sun and Moon, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, X and Y, Black 2, White 2, Black and White, Heart Gold till Silver, Platinum, Diamond Pearl, Emerald, fucking Fire Red Leaf Green, Ruby and Sapphire, Crystal, Gold and Silver, Yellow, and Red and Blue were all fucking single player games. Cutting content just to say it's a single player, more of a single player experience is just fucking stupid. Ah, yes. One of my favorite moments. Trade partner, Beans. Ah, yes, part 5. Not being clever enough to find somewhere in the put these in the video. Fuck yeah. Other minor stuff, boys. Yes. Kenny, yes. There's a few notes I want to touch on before. Yes, let's start off with the characters. No, that's not actually what we're talking about, but hot damn, are they a bunch of nothing. I didn't have much of a replayability section is the problem. I'm talking about the damn Pokedex selection now. Bro, we're almost 20 minutes in the video and I'm just now talking about this. This is almost as unforgivable as mentioning the Let's Go starters late in the video. 242. See, people complained about this issue in Sword and Shield, but it's far worse here. But guys, I think PLA is the greatest game, and it's so different. Wow, oh my god, guys. Unlike Sword and Shield, this game gets a pass. Shut the fuck, it does not get a damn pass. But one last note I want to speak on is the soundtrack. Dude, I don't know what this game's issue with the soundtrack was. I don't give the music enough credit. Like, the music is good, right? But it's so fucking quiet. Like, when you're out here, you don't hear the music playing. When you're out exploring the world, what are you going to be listening to in terms of the music? The lake theme and the fucking the final story arc fucking Sky Goes Bad. Like, you're gonna hear the music that plays during that section. That's it. The music's so fucking quiet, you hardly hear it. That's why Rudolph is meh. It's not even meh. It's just that you can't hear the damn thing because it's like, it doesn't play unless you're battling where it's the same fucking music constantly. Oh, except for the Volo fight, which is also a fucking banger. Hold on. Yeah, forgettable does not mean bad. The music itself's fine. Good even. The issue is, it's hardly noticeable. Again, I caught on to this when editing, and I threw it on screen for extremely forgettable. However, not even a whole second. Actually, it was like a little more than 1 second. But fuck, dude, that editing was just not it. Things I forgot to mention! But shut up, I didn't fucking add the audio because I didn't want to fix the damn timestamp. The game's menus are not... Dude, fuck the game's menus. That shit is horribly laid out. We gotta make it look like Breath of the Wild, guys. That's the only open world game we know. We have to do it so we can sell the game. Unga bunga, dude. Shut the fuck up. Good God. Evolutions minus trades are manual. I did somehow not mention the manual trades, and TM's just not existing. To make you actually care about these tribes. I love the objective pop-in just there. I actually wasn't going to pause the video for that, but I just noticed that, and that's a bit of a sin. Dude, this story just... These characters are literally nothing. Like, at least he has a background, right? These other characters and everyone else in the fucking game has nothing besides Volo. There is nothing to anyone else besides you, fucking, what's this guy's name? Komodo? And fucking Volo. Nobody else has anything important going on. I love how I did not just rewatch the footage when writing this. I was just like, oh, hey, this is how the story goes, but it's literally the conversation after this. Wow, crazy. Wow, incompetence at its finest. To fix this issue, all they had to do is recode the distorted skybox, but they didn't, and it makes you... I love this. It just takes 3 clicks to make the game's climax look like it actually fucking changed. Oh yeah, let's just leave the skybox the way it is. Why would we change it now that another legendary is out roaming and causing havoc, dude? Oh god, let's not change it actually. I think it's perfectly fine the way it is. He concludes it's the legendary Pokemon Giratina. And then he suggests... This is just, like, this is not important. I did not need to go this depth overanalyzing the fucking story, man. I should have, like, cut this short, summarize this part just a wee bit. Not need to go this far in depth. There was no reason to, but whatever. Only difficult battle in the entire game. Yeah, remember that fucking spoiler warning I gave? Wow, for those who cared, the only time I show Volo footage in the entire video, wow, well, the fight itself. Might as well keep that a secret, man. They don't want to know about how great the story is and how totally not anticlimactic it is for the one guy to go fucking Insano style. Wow. And I didn't even get Arceus footage in this entire video. Dude, my team was fucked. I did not want to just start grinding all this other garbage. So I just kind of threw myself at this fight after a little bit of grinding when I tried the first time, but like was not prepared because the level jump. I got up to this point in the game. My only Mon capable of taking a fucking hit was Tangrowth. The only Mon surviving one, literally just a single attack from Giratina was a fucking Tangrowth. I had to stall it out of Earth Powers so then I could bring Steelix in and let Steelix wall everything fucking else out just to get this thing to struggle to death. Just by contradicting the lore. Do it the fucking again. I fucking PB stole it once and then did it a fucking second time. Or actually I tried to, but I got lucky. But congrats. But also, yeah, this battle is actually pretty fucking sick and like the only thing decent about the game. It's just a shame the battle mechanics are what's holding it back. Like genuinely, if this just had like normal game battle mechanics, banger, top 3 battles of all time in Pokemon, just saying. After further analysis, I definitely didn't think to actually say any of this shit and put it in the actual video, but instead, wow, man, let's drop the important plot points now. Yes! Let's totally not add the most important part of the fucking revelation for the story right here. Good Pokedex completion. Good editing Arceus on instead of actually getting footage for him. You would not catch me dead in broad daylight fucking catching Spiritomb in this game, just complete the damn Pokedex. Fuck all of that. Ambitious with no direction is how I describe Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yeah, that's basically the way to sum it up, dude. It had an idea and fucking fumbled like half of the damn ideas. Good fucking lord. Like, the trainer gameplay is fine. Some of the innovations were fine, but hot damn, this game was just not it. Listen, too fast. Too fast. It's literally the outro. 4. With core battle changes that should never... We're literally at the end and I have this go by too fast. While the Oh yeah, I forgot I fell out of the map several times when playing the fucking game. Like, I don't know what it was. It was like when I'm at a specific height, I hopped off Braviary and just clipped right through the fucking map. I don't know what happened. It was funny. It happened several times. Good stuff. Guys, I want to say this now. Every time I go on Reddit, if I see someone talking positively about PLA, or if I see someone talking about the next Pokemon Legends game, y'all know what I do. I drop the fattest fucking downvote I've ever seen. Good God, get this shit off the screen. Listen, that's a little cringe confessional for you guys. I'm not allowed to enjoy the games, no one else is. But hey, that's not even true, because I don't even fucking sit here and be like, oh hey, I don't hate gold, like I don't like gold and silver, but I'm not gonna stop you from liking it. But hot damn, this one satirical game. I remember getting a little survey from the Pokemon company recently, or the Nintendo or whatever, whoever issued it out. And they're talking about things to do in future games. I'm just like, hey, open world, not it, coach. Stop, run away. Dude, I literally bought the game to fucking make this video. This was suffering, right? At least with Paper Mario the Origami King, I disliked that game so much, I just stopped playing it. That was an option, because I wasn't planning to make a video for it, because I felt like I had to, because it was the new game. I didn't even want to make a video on this game at first. I was just like, fuck it, it's free content, and now I was just more miserable for doing it. Final score, once again, will disagree with the masses. I think I had to make this on the fly. I don't think I have this image saved anymore. While also putting objective facts on the forefront. And by that, that means I did not put it at like a fucking 1.1. That's the objective fact part. Just to make that abundantly clear, I didn't ditch it. It's just like at the very bottom of the fucking list as much as possible. I was being generous to it by not completely screwing it over. Pokemon Legends Arceus is a 4.3. No. No! Listen, at some point, we're going to do like probably like a year follow-up for BDSP and PLA on the same video. And one regret that I did was not doubling down on my opinion of this game just not being good. Like, it has no replayability. That's something I couldn't really expect for playing it for the first time, but there's just nothing to it. Like, it's not a replayable game, which is a problem because Pokemon games are designed to be replayable. This game is a drag. Even Gold and Silver is like way less of a drag than this. We're on good ideas. Oh, that list still hurts, man. When you make a game, but reason A, reason B, you have your order just not the way it should be, knowing which order the games should theoretically be in, but not actually. Ugh, it's the fucking worst. Going forwards, I'm also going to be dropping a suggestion on whether or not you should play the game. True, that was a very good change. So listen, dude, the scoring system, like, if you don't get my system, because I talked about it in a damn Q&A video, like, I had to specify, like, what the tiers were and, like, the specifics. Making a should you playlist is way better. Because it allows me to, like, be more specific, right? Oh, you shouldn't play Gold and Silver because the remakes fucking exist and outclass the game in every conceivable way possible. It makes it absolutely never worth playing. Like, it's just built for a specific type of people. Whereas I could have just said, oh, it's a low score, and I'd be like, oh, that just says all it needs to about not talking. Also, I love how I threw Black and White 1 and 2 on the screen. About going forwards for those videos to be made. Oh, dude. So that video was better when I wasn't being lazy about not adding stuff in. That's where everything went wrong. That was the post algorithm arc. You know, we did good. We succeeded a little here, and then everything started going downhill for different reasons. Next time we will probably just be talking about Gen 5 and Yellow because, oh god, I can't do Gen 3 this soon. Come on. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you learned something. It's called, when you make your damn videos, actually sit here and do this. Like, edit the fucking videos. Add the extra parts in. It makes a big difference because, listen, you're not skipping out on important plot points and all this other garbage. It is so problematic. It is such a massive issue. Anything, guys, just remember, learn from my mistakes. Don't repeat them. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I can say. If you like the video, leave a like, yada yada. And I will see you next time.